Your stuff and your junk is hanging out. It's one of those days.
I hate when my junk's hanging out.
We both chose short dresses, and my Cleveland is tied together.
You just said Cleveland. Is that what you say?
There's always like a kitschy way to say the
Oh,
privates.
that's adorable. Instead of saying my breasts assist.
My breasts are hanging out.
Oh my God.
I'm not big about breast out.
I'm not big because I don't have them.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Candace.
And welcome to Don't Start.
And as we like to say, don't start.
Candace, save it for the show.
Exactly. So let's get to it. I don't have big ones. Even after child. I mean, I have decent ones, but
I
they're
gained
not
like
ginormous.
5 pounds and like my boobs are like, oh, where did you come from?
Oh, God bless you. No, when I gained 5 pounds, it's in my ass.
It still goes there too.
No.
So, Candace, I have to tell you, sorry, you had something too. But your neighbor has their grill outside. It's like, are they doing a street grill? No, they're trying to get it thrown out.
Every time.
Do they not know to call
for a walk.
big garbage? You know, the larger...
We have a pickup, bulk pickup.
Oh, sorry, bigger garbage is what I said.
You have big, oh, no.
No, it's bulk pickup is the word.
We have bulk pickup, people, and bulk has come by and just drove by the last 3 weeks.
Because they didn't
call. And I'm like, they're clearly not picking this up freelance, just nonchalantly. So we have to make an effort.
I'm a freelance bulk picker.
You know what I mean? They're not like, oh, we need this. And obviously people in the neighborhood are not like, oh, I could use that. Let me take that home.
I love that you're calling this like a freelance bulk. Because it's the garbage man.
Yes, but sometimes, like you said, if it's something big, you have to make an appointment sort of thing.
Yes,
call,
you do.
And they got to come pick it up.
So I'm someone that does pick up if I see something I like on the street. I'm a garbage
dresser
picker.
or something? Absolutely. If I say,
yeah.
I'm like
we
that
have
too
a whole
little
buffet.
bit.
You've seen it at our house.
You do it exceptionally well.
Thanks.
And it's like, hey, where'd you get
Garbage
that?
picker.
And you're like, I got it off the garbage. I'm like, oh, no, the shit that I got off the garbage, I have to remodel.
We have a tandem bike in the backyard that Chad has been saying that he was going to fix up. But if not, I'm making it a beautiful garden scene with flowers coming from a basket on the front.
If you two start riding a tandem bike, you got to video that. That's
there's people in my neighborhood that do tandem biking.
That is so cute. What is that, 1950s? I want that in my neighborhood. The tandem bike is very cute.
I feel like you wanted to say something up front that I came in hot with the grill.
Oh, I don't know. I'll remember it at 2 a.m. or when I'm showering later and being like, shit. But it's nothing good.
Yeah, that's how I feel when we talk about our happiness at the end.
Oh,
I get home and I was like, oh, that was the happiness I wanted to say. Why didn't I write it down?
I know. Oh, no, it's okay.
But what's your happiness today? Because I think we have a really special guest. And our guest days, I do get very happy and I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
A lot of them are our friends. I'm so proud of them.
I feel like you and I, when we had this discussion of we're going to do a podcast, we're going to, talk on mics, we were both like, we want to highlight our friends and people that are so successful in our lives because we're so proud of them.
I thought we were trying to highlight ourselves.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I'm trying to be nice about it. I'm trying to be really PC about it. But yeah. We have a special guest today that both of us know.
Yes.
I mean, I think you know Rosie through me, but you also really know Rosie too.
Auditions in New York.
Auditions. So Rosie
Colosi
meeting
Rosie, right? Where we were just stored as cattle pre-auditions, being like, guys, it's down to 16 bars and maybe a double pirouette.
And I got to tell you, it was always me, you, and Rosie together because kind of the same height.
Yeah.
Kind of dance the same in the sense of skill level. Yeah. And we were all singers and we were always kind of the same couple of tracks, as they say.
Yeah.
So, and Rosie and I especially look a lot alike. Well, let's just be honest. You get pigeonholed in theater in a lot of ways.
Right.
And we're just, Italian-looking gals, and we will always be called back for things. So,
can that be your next new show?
What?
Italian-looking gal? It's just, it's not as catchy as Italian bread. I love the pun, the bread pun.
I know, but let's
Italian-looking gal.
Italian-looking gal. But she's the best. Hold on. I have a bio for Rosie that I'm going to read. Okay. Rosie Colosi is a wife, a mom, an author, an editor, a journalist, a copywriter, a book club manager, and an all-around word wizard. She brainstorms, pitches, writes, and edits children's nonfiction activity books. She also writes parenting essays all about the ways she tries to survive with them until bedtime. She writes articles for the Today Show Parenting Edition. She writes about empowering women in the workplace for national media outlets like Scholastic, National Geographic, NBC News Digital, and The Week. Here's the funny thing. Once upon a time, as we know, Rosie played Mrs. Claus in the Rockettes' Radio City Christmas Spectacular. But now she focuses on singing songs from Annie with her 2 little girls. How adorable is Rosie?
The fact that she went from theatrics to write.
She's so talented.
Yeah, and putting it out there with motherhood and honesty and humor. Bring it on, Rosie.
I gotta tell you, her articles on the Today Show, if you follow the Today Show, the parenting, they will share her articles and post them, and they're so funny. Yeah. I mean, when I first had Maverick, the things she would text me and these little like side tidbits, she would make me laugh.
I'm and like, these are the people that get us through these moments, yes. right?
Oh my God, I can't wait to chat with her.
Me too.
You guys look so lovely.
You do too. I was going to say, your hair is so luscious and thick and long.
I love how long it's gotten. It's beautiful.
Funny you say that because I'm about to cut it. But
discuss. What are you? Wait, are you chopping?
Yeah. What are we doing?
No, not chopping. Like 2 inches.
That's nothing, you just showed a good. Major. That was like 3 inches.
2 inches is pretty great. No, it's super healthy.
A long time between haircuts.
Wait, that is super healthy to like cut 2 to 3 inches off.
My hair doesn't know what health is. That's what happens when you're a blonde.
What do you mean?
You bleach and bleach. It just says, I'm no longer alive. I am just bleach blonde. But internally, I think I'm alive, like emotionally. Sometimes.
I think emotionally you are alive.
Rosie, welcome to the party.
Yay!
Did you have your coffee this morning? I apologize. We're just so hyped to talk to you.
Did have my coffee this morning. Thank you. I cannot start the day without coffee.
Wait, I kind of like your background. What is happening behind you,
Where
Rosie?
Are we?
Well, it's funny, since you had your Lego friend on, I was like, look at all of our Legos. Yes.
Look at this.
We have an entire like Lego holder contraption that is on wheels, so you can bring it out and play with the Legos and put it back.
You know what? I always found this so fascinating. This is going to sound ridiculous what I'm about to say, because some people don't get this. But Rosie was, or should I say, is queen of organization, even though you don't think so, Rosie. Look, she's going to say no. But here's why. No. When I would visit her, she has two beautiful girls. But the thing was, you were the most organized human when it came to their playtime in a small apartment at one point. You're not there anymore, but you were there raising those little girls in the small apartment. They had play sections, beds. I was like, how is she doing this? And you did that organization like a boss.
I really appreciate that. It does not feel true. I am just thankful that we are like the kids are getting bigger and the toys are getting smaller.
Oh, is that what happens?
Yes. Like there's more of them, but they are smaller and can be shoved in drawers and closets.
So at my brother's house, my guest room is also the kids' playroom.
So that's kind of fun.
So literally going to bed at night, I'm like stepping on Legos and like action figures. I'm like, ooh,
I'm telling you, one Lego will ruin your foot. Oh, man.
Oh, absolutely. But I feel like as a mother, but I also feel this as a homeowner type.
Yes.
Like, at a certain age, like there's so much going on in your life that the home, especially with kids, right? Like planning, scheduling, where are we going? What are we doing? That having organization at home is peaceful for mind.
I think so. I mean,
it is.
Do you have a color-coded calendar and all those things?
It's not color coordinated, but it is just like an online calendar that I've put literally everything on there, because if I don't, then I double book. It's a mess.
Oh my God.
What program are you using? Are you just doing it on your phone, or are you doing like, I like to know, you have a dry erase board.
I have a shitty dry erase board, but now I'm moving it onto my phone because I'm forgetting what it says on the dry erase board. So I need help.
Yeah. No, so it's just like an Outlook calendar. So it's just on my phone. However, I'm very interested in the Skylight calendar.
Yes, I saw the Skylight. What does it say? It says Skylight and it like lights up, right?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of interested in that.
We should reach out to them.
But am I really going to spend this? I think it's expensive. It's not cheap.
It's not. It's like $200 or something. And then there's like a monthly fee. I don't know.
Oh, there's a monthly.
We have to look into this.
Monthly fees. Getcha.
I know. We have to look into this. But I have to go from the beginning real quick for our listeners. Okay, so Rosie, we start out, obviously, you and I have known each other for 20 plus years.
How did you first meet?
I think we all secretly met at an audition at some point in our very beginning, like my senior year of college, because I started auditioning early. And I feel like that's when I met Rosie and Katie and all these beautiful people. And of course, La Sarah. We all met each other.
Am I French? La Sarah?
No, I was going to try to say your your work name. What is it?
Sarah.
Sarah. I always forget, and I call it La Sarah.
That's my alter ego.
It is your I love
She
it.
might not. She's very sassy.
She's so sassy. It's great.
Sorry.
But Rosie, take us back. What made you jump into theater before we get to your fabulous career now, which is like...
We need to hear about your evolution.
Yeah, we need a little evolution. We do. Tell us. You started out as a dancer, singer. What happened?
It's a long story. I wanted to move to New York because wanted to be on Broadway and I wanted to do children's publishing. And I didn't know how I was going to do both of those things.
You knew.
I
Knew. I didn't know. I thought this was a growth in your career.
So specific, isn't it? I love it.
Yeah, you knew exactly what you wanted.
Yeah.
Yes. But I didn't think I could get it. So I went to grad school for English Lit. And I ended up with a job. Moved to New York for a job at Scholastic Children's Publishing, where I worked for 3 or 4 years full time with the, if you remember the flyers that you used to get in school where you could circle the books and like buy the books and your teacher would give them to you.
Oh, let's talk about
I love
Scholastic book fairs.
Oh my God.
Pure joy.
Yes.
I mean, I went to a Catholic school, so they were every like 3 months. We had a
Why
Scholastic
Catholic schools loved.
Wait, did they
public
do it?
schools love them too.
Oh, I feel like it was. I thought it was more of a Catholic school thing.
No, everybody loves
They
it.
didn't want us to leave. They were like, "We're bringing the books to you."
Well, no, here's why they did it at Catholic school, because it's a fundraiser.
Oh, it's always
a
about
fundraiser
the
for
money. So true.
So I worked there and I worked a second job as a hostess at an Italian restaurant in Midtown to make money to pay for voice lessons. Cause I was like, I'm in New York. I have to like audition now that I'm here.
And how expensive are voice lessons? They are so
Oh my gosh.
ridiculous in New York.
It was $100 per lesson years ago. So to me, that was like
It's a lot of
$500.
money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I just kind of like went to auditions on weekends and like after work, or sometimes I called out of work to go to auditions. And I got a couple of jobs, but it was not a job that I could quit a full-time gig for. But then I got cast in the Fosse tour. So for that was 9 months. I was like, I can say goodbye to this job for 9 months. So
How did you like
went off
touring?
to that.
Yeah, tell us about tour life.
I don't think I'm a tour person.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
I'm a person who loves, as you said, order. Like I love organization, and being in a different room, a different city every couple of nights and having zero personal space is hard.
My joke is.
So it's hard about motherhood too.
Yeah. My joke is when I'm on the road and I go from hotel to hotel, when you wake up in the middle of the night and like walk into a wall, think you're going towards the bathroom. Because
Yes.
you were like, wait, the bathroom was over there last night,
Yes.
not tonight. And like,
Yes.
you're just like,
That would trip me up too, going from New York to LA. I forget what apartment I was in. I'm like, wait a minute, where's my coffee? My coffee cups. I'm like, oh yeah. It's so stupid. Continue.
Well, then I was unemployed and I was like, well, I guess I'll try to make a go of musical theater, but I also still needed to make a living. So I asked Scholastic, I was like, do you have anything I could do from home? Like, is there anything I can do between auditions? So what they would do is every month for that flyer, they would send me all of the books to my apartment, my 5th floor walk-up apartment, that poor deliverer, courier,
Yeah, absolutely.
would deliver like 100 books. I would read them all and then write the 10-word descriptions of them in that flyer.
oh my goodness.
Oh my God, Rosie. Okay. That's phenomenal.
So instead of waiting tables, I got to do that, which was so much better.
Yes, absolutely. So you do the tour of Fosse. Then I read in your bio earlier, obviously I know this, but you were then Mrs. Claus.
I remember that clear as day.
I love that you played
the
Mrs.
radio
Claus.
No, I
This was
remember even knowing
spectacular.
that about. Like, I was going to say, like, I just remember it clearly. What year was that?
Oh, gosh.
It was 2007 to 2012.
How great
seems
is
like-
that gig?
I remember I used to tell my family, go see the Spectacular
Yeah.
because Rosie's in it.
It's amazing what the Radio City Spectacular means to the city.
It really is crazy that these families we would see come every year and we'd be like, what do you do? Like, why are you wasting your money on the same show every year? And now that I have kids, I'm like, oh, it's so cute. It's so
I know.
sweet.
You're like, how do I get tickets? Basically I text Rosie being like, how do I get tickets? And we're always like, well, we don't know. There's no way to get cheaper tickets, by the way. There's no way.
It's so hard, but I can tell you where to sit so that you're close to Santa coming through the audience.
That's
the
good.
ticket. That's the ticket.
I feel like there's just, I remember all the times I've gone, it gets to a point like I just want to see the Rockettes. I want to see the performers. I want to see Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus.
Yes.
But then there goes through like a very long portion of it where
the
I'm like,
nativity. I could be done with that. Oh.
but I guess
Just to see the nativity.
she says she went to Catholic school.
Yeah, but
she
it's
only
boring.
went to Catholic school to talk about scholastic book fairs.
Apparently. It's boring.
It does get long.
It's boring. Let's just call it what it is.
I know.
That little
You don't have
section.
I get it.
It's just that little.
But it's funny. I didn't take my kids until I've got two girls, so that they were like 3 and 5. I was like, the 3-year-old. This is a very important moment for me. I need everyone to be well behaved. My stress level was through the roof because I was like, poor memory for them and for me. This has to be wonderful. My poor husband was so like, what can I do? Can I get you a $50 glass of champagne, because that's how much things cost at Radio City. And he like managed the kids, and like then I could watch them watching the show, and it was lovely.
That's interesting as a parent, right? To know that you're making a core memory in the moment you're making it, and then being like, there's a pressure on this. But also, do you have people there that you still know working for, I mean, how many years ago? Yeah, 20 years ago or so.
I do. So my first year was 2007, and there is still 2 singers who worked that year who are still there.
God bless them.
That's
Sing
phenomenal.
out, Louise.
Wait,
That's
I
so
gotta
great.
tell you the magic part. The last time we went to see the show, my friend Jolena, who's a dancer in the show, she told Santa the names of my kids. And in the middle of the show, in front of all of Radio City, 6,000 people, he said my children's names.
And
they were like,
die?
I just got the chills.
Wait, that's a core memory right
Yes.
I mean, it was
I'm
amazing.
emotional.
The bad thing was, I was like my husband asked me a question right before this happened, and I turned to him and I said the answer. And then from the side of my head, I heard Santa saying their names. I was like, I miss it.
Oh my goodness.
Like, God,
Just rewind it.
Oh my God. But I have to ask though, you brought up such a great point. We're going to get to, your job at the Today Show, parenting.
Ask the question again. I banged them.
Tara
Sorry.
just banged that mic. I have to ask this question. So you mentioned core memories. I'm going to get to the Today Show and all the parenting stuff that you do, because your articles are hilarious and I just love your outlook on parenting. But when you said core memories, the pressure behind parents trying to build core memories. The reason I'm bringing it up again is because when I went on vacation with my sister, she would literally scream for all of us to get into a picture, and she would be like, core memories, people, smile at the camera. I was like, relax, we will get the picture. But I kind of understood her angst, because here I was with a 1-year-old being like, look at the camera. I'm like, he's not going to look at the camera.
But we also have excessive amount of pictures right now.
We do, right.
So the memory, not just the photo, right?
It's so much pressure. How do you manage that pressure? Or do you not manage it?
I think it's so hard. I just try to do the thing my child will remember about that first Radio City experience that I was so hyped up about is not the show, but the fact that we took a day off of school to go.
That's what I was thinking. It's like
Kids are great.
It's like when you tell someone that never watched the Goonies to watch the Goonies and be like, you're going to love this. But it means something to us.
Differently, I know.
Differently. So their core memories necessarily can't be thrust upon them. It has to be discovered, right?
It is. And we also like our building where we live has a little like shuttle bus to the PATH train, and the kids were on the bus and there are no seatbelts, or they were still in booster seats and car seats. And so they sang a whole song, no school, no school, no seatbelts.
My God. And that's what they remember.
It.
I love it. My nieces have songs like that too. Butter, butter, butter. What could be better than butter on your pancakes?
You know what? There is nothing better.
It too.
There's nothing better than butter.
Yeah,
I will say that.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
Now we're at The Today Show.
But now, I don't want to fast forward.
Okay.
How
Sorry.
did you land there? I mean,
Tell
that
us, yes.
is Americana.
Yeah.
We all grew up with the Today Show.
You're like at the Mecca.
Mecca.
I can't say that I mean, I pinch myself constantly. It's so fun. It's such a fun place to work. And it combines the two things that I kind of wanted to do, which is writing and entertainment. So that is kind of amazing. But I was sort of getting to the end of the Radio City. So I was at Radio City for 5 years and I thought, okay, well, what is this is like college. Like it's the same thing every year. What else am I going to do? And at that time, Scholastic amazingly came a knocking again. They're like, we could use some help. Come in whenever you don't have an audition. So I was like, okay, I could do that. And they were just paying me hourly. And then a full-time job opened up. I went back full time, and then I had my babies. So I was on maternity leave. And the whole time, like I had that freelance writing gig with Scholastic initially, writing the little blurbs about things. I was able to spin that into then writing these for Scholastic, like little friendship activity books with like sleepover secrets and truth or dare. And like,
This is so
just, like, fun, girly
charming.
nonsense.
I feel like
But the
Rosie's
girly
inner...
nonsense that makes us, that are our core memories,
I know.
that I love that this is a theme.
Her inner
but I
soul
yes.
is like a little child mixed with like a woman and then the 99-year-old woman. Like you're like this, I can't explain it.
She's Mrs. Claus.
She is. You're like the kid and Mrs. Claus at the same time.
You're all
like,
of it.
It's the cutest thing because I would never be able to think of that.
Oh my gosh, I love it. It's one of those things somebody told me in high school, like I couldn't pick a college major. I was undecided until like the day that they were like, you must pick a major or you're gone. And somebody told me just keep doing things you like and it'll like you'll end up somewhere. And so I just kept doing things that I liked.
What
and
a great piece
Did
of
you
advice.
love writing stories when you were younger?
I loved it. And my mom was a busy reading teacher with 3 kids. So I would read the books that she had in her classroom and like give reviews for her.
Would you perform them or just like we would write these like
No, I'd be like, this is a good book. I think that the kids would really like this one. Or like, the pictures are not so hot in there.
That's amazing to know that literally you are who you've always been.
That's so. I love that you probably were the
weird.
kid who did the summer reading that they were told.
Like,
I mean, I bought the Cliff Notes as a kid. I was like, I can't read this. I don't know what this is.
don't admit it.
No, I have to. Barbara, me and Mom went. Mom's like, we gotta pick out the Cliff Notes. I was like, yeah, we're not gonna read this. Like, it was not good.
I'm not shaming you.
No, it was bad.
Animal Farm, I didn't want to read it.
Homework is a whole thing. I don't know if I love it, to be honest.
Oh my
but that's
gosh.
another topic.
Go back to the Today Show. How'd we get there? Come on.
Oh, sorry.
No, don't be
So
sorry.
I was on maternity leave with my first baby in one of those hospital baby groups. Like she was 3 weeks old and it was the middle of winter. I didn't know what to do with myself. I went to this hospital group that was my saving grace. Like we would just all go with our tiny, tiny babies and cry about how hard it was and became really good friends. And the woman who was next to me, we were talking about if you could do anything, what would you want to do? And I said, I want to write. And she said, well, you should submit your stuff. And I said, but to who? She's like, to me. And she works with MSNBC, with Morning Joe. Mika Brzezinski has a Know Your Value website that's all about female empowerment. And her husband at the time, now he's the head of Wirecutter, but he was working at theweek.com. And so she's like, submit stories to me and like I can use them or pass them on. And that's kind of how my freelance writing started. And I just kept doing it for years. And then the kids, freelance, as you guys know, piecing together work is a very strange thing. It's feast or famine. It's wonderful and it's exhausting. And after a while, like the kids were growing up, they're 7 and 9 now. And I was just like, you know what? I need something for myself. So I started looking for full-time work again. And when I saw the listing for the parenting job, I was like, that's great. So I'm a parents reporter for today.com, the website arm of the Today Show. And when I saw that they were looking for a parenting writer, I was not going to apply to a full-time job unless it was perfect. And this seemed perfect. So I handed my resume and my stuff in the job application to my friend at MSNBC. I was like, do you know anybody at the Today Show? Because it's also NBC. And she passed along my stuff internally. 8 interviews later, here we are.
8?
Oh, that's like
And that's even somebody that knew somebody.
Oh, that's 8? Oh my God, Rose.
8.
She did it. She's doing it.
But also, want to do a callback.
I'm joining a baby group.
Yeah, me too. You know what? I am too. I don't even care if Maverick's not a baby anymore. I'm going in.
I don't even have a baby.
It's all right. We'll just both go in. We'll pretend. Oh my God.
I'm going to hand you my work, or maybe just start
8. I don't even want to do a callback.
Do you think there's pressure to be a parent reporter?
Jesus.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm reporting as a parent, to be a parent reporter.
Oh, wait, that's
I guess the only person to say it is the person that is doing it, and to be honest and vocal, right? But, like, I feel like sometimes moms feel like, we've talked about this, some people do parenting a certain way, others do it another way. There is no right way to do it other than showing up and being a caring, loving parent is obviously number one. But there's all different ways to be a mother and to be a parent.
It's true.
So to report, I guess you're not saying this is the way to do it, but this is different examples.
Yeah. How do you navigate that?
Yeah. So like, for example, gentle parenting.
Yes. Talk to us.
And I have written articles on gentle parenting, but the articles don't say this is a good way to do it, this is a bad way to do it. It's more just like, this is what it is, in case you were curious. Maybe here's a hilarious viral video about someone who's making fun of gentle parenting, and you can decide if you are on her side or not. Or I just did one about birthday parties. Someone said that she had her child's birthday party starting at 8 a.m., like 8 to noon, a drop-by party.
I literally jumped up 8 a.m.
I don't even know. Listen, I love to throw parties, but like, I don't want to throw an all-day party. Is that
when you think about it, it was just for family, friends. You could drop by as you will. She did it to stay out of the way of afternoon naps. She did it to stay out of the way of sports activities, other birthday parties.
She was ultra aware.
Again, you in particular would never do a party like that, but it might give other people ideas to solve problems that they're like, my kids are cranky in the afternoon, I want to have a party in the morning.
Oh,
I was just at, whose birthday was it? Baby Mark's, who's 3. It was Baby Mark. And first of all, I was the aunt that was doing all the like jungle gym stuff. All the mothers were like in their cute little dresses. And I was like, I have my socks. Do you guys need socks to go in the bounce house?
I love the bounce house.
I bought extra socks.
I love it. And Tom skeeves it. He's like, don't touch anything.
No, I know. I washed up. I thoroughly washed up afterwards. But what I was going to say is this drop-by party thing is not a bad idea.
I guess it's not bad.
The pressure is a little bit alleviated from the parents that they're like, oh, we have to be there through this entire time. On one hand, you and I would both say, is that rude? But also, like, there's a lot going on in everybody's lives. I want to come and say, we support you. I love our friendship that we have, our kids have. Yeah. Here's a present.
And I guess if your kid's happy at 8 a.m. versus
pizza.
3, I visit you at 8 a.m. I don't know. That's hilarious to me, though, that you even reported that. I love it. I will say this. Rosie's really great at giving you the core, I'm using the word core again, the legitimate truth about parenting. For example, I was like in LA, 2 times I fully remember Rosie being like, here's the truth. So I get off a plane in LA and I noticed Maverick's eye is like bugging out. It was like red and swollen. And I was like,
pink eye?
I was like, I think it's pink eye. So I text Rosie. Rosie's like, it's not pink eye. Here's pink eye. And then she texts me a picture of one of her daughters who had pink eye. That poor baby's eye was so swollen. I was like, I guess Maverick doesn't have pink eye. I was like, I really got exaggerated over nothing. Rosie was like, calm it down. Here's pink eye.
Allergy? Was it an allergy?
It was just like, I guess, dry eye. I just was a paranoid. He was only 4 months old and I traveled for my first show too quickly, in my opinion, but whatever. And I got over it. And you were so honest and I appreciated that because it made me as a new mom be like, don't worry about that. Or like his pacifier, he uses it to sleep only. And I was like paranoid and I texted you and you were like, please, this is what pacifier teeth look like if he gets too far. And like she's sending me pictures of that. And I was like, oh, so it calmed me down. So do you realize you do that for other people, that you actually are the mom that's like, stop. being so dramatic and like keeping us.
Or just being vocal. That everybody's in it.
That's the thing.
Everybody's in it.
You really aren't
It's the
afraid to
reason
share
why
it.
we started the podcast, right?
This is true.
We just wanted to be vocal.
Yeah.
That everybody felt like, oh, I'm not the only one.
You're so honest. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's heart is hard, right? Like motherhood or not. So it's like if it's hard for you, I don't know if it's motherhood or just getting older. I realize that I the best thing that you can do for anyone is just to listen to them and say, I get it. Like that's all people want to hear. You should not necessarily trust me for medical advice, but I'm glad it worked out in that case. But I do like saying, like, if you just say, oh, yeah, my baby's so great. I'm so happy. Like, that's wonderful, but it's not helpful. So
It's
I like to be
not.
helpful.
And do those people have hired help that say that?
I don't know.
I feel like that seems
I
consistent.
don't know. We also had the conversation where I told you where I went to a mommy and me group and I was like, oh, I'm not finding mommy friends. And Rosie texts me and she goes, I heard your conversation with Sarah on the podcast and I feel you. I feel you. You're almost out of that stage because it's hard, right?
Your kids are little lumps. I mean, Maverick is adorable. Don't get me wrong. But like, they can't communicate or do anything. So it's like you're just making awkward small talk with other moms that you may or may not have anything in common with.
So I even find that
It's awful.
So I was going to say at the parties, I feel uncomfortable because there's a lot that we have to talk about,
Yes.
all of us women,
Yes.
right? And I feel like at these parties, it ends up being you talk about the small talk about kids, school. So then as aunt that pops in, I'm like, I literally feel like I have nothing to connect with some of these moms. And that's
get
why
it.
I run in the bounce house by myself with the children.
No, I get that. I had that when Ophelia and Samson
And it
were
makes me
guys'
uncomfortable.
birthdays.
And I do feel like I don't like feeling
Yeah.
uncomfortable. Everybody feels slightly uncomfortable in social settings where
At
you
a
don't
first birthday or a
where
birthday
you
party,
don't
yes.
know people.
Yes.
So I'm like, wait, I'm good at having conversations, but I don't think I'm good at sugar chatter, like the nonsensical.
Yes, it's very
Like,
hard.
oh, it's beautiful. Like the weather, it's the end of the summer. Or what are we gonna, what are
Here's the thing to remember though, Sarah. Like I'm stuck in mom conversations all the time and I enjoy them. But you are a breath of fresh air. Like you have topics to talk about that I haven't thought about, like tell me what's happening out there. Like talk about the shows I should binge watch. You know what I mean? Like there's so much you can contribute.
It's funny that you say that because I did have that yesterday. I met up with a woman that I work with, and she has a 6-month-old, and
Oof. She's in the thick of it.
And honestly, she sat down and started just like blasting conversation at me, not in a bad way, in a positive way, where I was like, "Whoa, I didn't expect it."
She was fiending for
But
you to
she
like
needed
yes,
that.
yes.
And I stepped back and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I didn't expect that energy, but I think she felt like, oh, I finally got out and I got to talk about stuff with work.
You know what? It's really true, Rosie. You're hitting it on the head. Like, I feel like that new mom, it's a phase. It is a phase because you said it to me a few times. You're like, it's just a phase. Like, you'll get out of it. But you are living in like a bubble where you feel like you repeat and
just
drive,
didn't
rinse,
expect
repeat.
it,
And
right?
like, honestly,
Yeah.
seeing someone like you probably made her feel alive for
She's
a
like,
moment.
we get to talk about work. Let's
Yes,
talk about it.
let's talk
and I was
about
like,
it.
I'm trying to disconnect, but
No,
let's go.
It's so true. Wait, Rosie, I have to ask while we have you. Do you have any, because you're also like, yeah, you're a mama, but you're a wife and you're a badass, but like, do you have any tips on parenting that
Tips
you
and
want to
tricks.
share? Tips or tricks?
Number one.
Or relationship tips or tricks? Because I feel like I'm encapsulating all of you now because you,
Oh my gosh.
you do all
Are
those
you doing a
things.
heart? Like Taylor,
I was trying to do a
T
circle.
Swifty?
No T Swifty here.
Let's see. Wait, motherhood. Well, I think the one you already said is that everything is a phase, which is it's so hard to remember when you're in it, but everything has an ending, and sometimes the ending happens, and then it goes into another phase that you also don't like. But it moves, it changes. Like I look back at some of the things that I did when my kids were little, and I feel like I was just kind of passing the time. I was trying things to fix stuff, but in reality, the kids were their own people and they were going to fix it when they were ready. So that's the first thing. The second thing is a lesson from Bluey from the Baby Race episode, which is everyone's running their own race. So meaning like my one of my kids walked at 13 months. The other one walked at 19 months. Mav walked so much younger.
It
Like
was insane.
everybody, it was 10, but still, like I would.
It was 10 months, and I thought that was kind of insane. I was like, this feels soon. What's happening?
Yes, it was. But I guess the point is that like when my child walked at 19 months, I was panicking. I was like doing all the things, which I'm glad I did. But now she is completely coordinated. She rode a scooter by herself at a younger age than her older sister did, who walked sooner. So everything just kind of happens in its own time.
I feel like
mind-blowing.
this stuff that you've been talking with parenting and are just big life lessons. Because I'm even taking them about like thinking about people I deal with, whether it's your partner, whether it's somebody in your family, like these like patience and time.
Yeah, I love that. I do have a question that crossed my mind that I freaking forgot to ask.
Listen to people. Sorry, that wasn't me yelling at you.
I know, no, but you're right.
Listen,
though.
Candace.
You're right. Listening is so big. I didn't grow up with two parents that listened, as my mother would firmly say. Shh. She would say shh. But I wonder, where do you get your stories from, like your pitch ideas? Because like Sarah and I talk about things, and then she'll mention something, and then I'll be like, oh my god, that's a great TV show, and I like maybe I can form it into a pitch. I have no idea, but like we can talk about stuff. Do you like scroll Instagram? Are you in these mom groups and you're like, that's a story I need to pitch? Where do you get it from?
Yes and yes. I mean, my favorite part of the job is that like I'm writing the stuff that I'm reading anyway. So like I'll be just scrolling on my Instagram, which is already designed for moms like me. And then, for example, what came up recently? Um, Amy Duggar. Are you guys fans of 19 Kids and Counting?
I've seen it. I don't know if I would say I'm a fan, but I'm kind of slightly obsessed because you just can't believe, I can't believe that woman had 19 kids.
It's insane. But I was just scrolling and saw that their cousin, who was billed as crazy cousin Amy, wrote a book. And so I was like, I need to write an article about that book. So I pitched it to my editor, got an interview, read the book, did the interview this week. The book comes out in October and it's really juicy.
Can you tell us anything about the book?
She talks all about her involvement in their show, because she was on 80 episodes of the show, and her relationship with Josh Duggar, the oldest cousin who was convicted on a number of
Oh, you
counts,
really do
including
know it.
child
He was
pornography.
convicted on child pornography. It was a big thing. I think it was also sort of like, holy crap, they put on this persona of we have these most, blessed children, which they are a blessing, but it was like they're flawless and they're, sinless, as they say. And then all of a sudden this came out and it was like, what?
Yeah.
So it was kind of
well,
bananas.
it's the same thing I feel like with reality show families
Yes.
to influencers, social media.
Yes.
What is reality and what is truth? And you know what? Rosie's going in on all of it and getting us all the deets from
I
the books.
love that you decided
Oh
to
my gosh.
pitch that. That's a good article. I'm going to read that.
Or just the 8 a.m. birthday party was something that came up on my feed, or somebody reposted it. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Sometimes I have to dig a little harder and I'll think, okay, stories about baby names do really well at the Today Show. So I'll go into TikTok, which I barely understand.
Yeah.
No. You're not the only one.
I refuse to
We
get
don't
on.
get it. We don't get it.
I'm refusing.
I want to get it.
People
Thank
send
you.
me things from TikTok. I said,
Me
no,
too. I can't open it. I
too
don't have it on
many.
my phone.
I don't want it. I don't want another social media platform.
That's right. We're sticking with the Instagram. We're here for Instagram.
But Instagram's
you.
probably going to become Facebook because now Facebook's for our parents and it's going to keep evolving.
I can't. I don't have the time. I just can't.
It's exhausting. But yes, I will go to TikTok to look to like type in a specific phrase to look for viral videos about that phrase.
Oh, that's
Okay, as a
smart.
creative, as a writer, what are your feelings about AI?
It's so interesting because some of our friends have been talking about using AI for meal planning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do it for
That's a great
recipes.
idea. I have not done it yet.
I've done it for recipes, so
I have not
even
done
like
it.
last night, Chad made a delicious bolognese, and I don't know if he did it off of that, but we have a bunch of cookbooks sitting on our counter.
I know, I
that
have a
are just
ton.
dusty, and I'm like, and we're going to this.
I have a little library, and it's like maybe it's all for crap now.
I mean, I haven't really used it at all. The one and only time I used it was when Scholastic asked me to write a book about anime and friendship. And I was like, great, I'll do it. I know everything about it. And then I was like, what's anime? And
Oh,
I
I
didn't
know.
even
It's a whole
know.
world.
And people love it. A lot of people with wrestling have
Yes.
also are really into gaming and then also anime. It's like a
Yes.
very interesting, and it's obsessive. So you better understand it, right?
Yeah, so I used AI to come up. I was just like, what are terms used in the anime world? And so it gave me a jumping off point to then do my research.
Right. And I think that's the smartest way to handle something like that, right? With AI as a
Yes.
as a creative.
As a creative, my God, AI is insane to me. But I feel like as a parent, maybe parents are going to start to use ChatGPT for some things. People have said to me they don't know how to answer their child with like a specific question. Maybe it's I don't know,
Birds and the bees type
birds
thing.
and the bees. Yeah, and they're going to ChatGPT to be like, how
Yeah.
do I answer
They
this
said
to
that
my
people
kid?
are using it like therapy.
Yes,
Which
so
is interesting.
That's kind of banana.
That is so interesting. Like I just came across somebody, an influencer on Instagram who like handles birds and bees questions for parents. And I would much rather trust that person than AI.
Absolutely.
Right.
But they do say that what AI is doing is taking all of these articles that are about that and then basically formulating that. But anywho,
We've kept you too long. Rosie, I know you got a beautiful
she's got to
family.
write. She's got
I
to
also know
organize
you're
some
on-
more stuff.
I feel like she's on her lunch break and we're taking her time up, but we're going to be quick. What is your happiness? What brings you joy? It could be so simple too. It doesn't have to be astronomical.
You would think that having listened to every episode of your podcast, I would be prepared for this question, but I really wasn't. But I can give you
I'm
something.
never-
You know why it's okay? Because Sarah and I actually just said before, I should have said that last episode about my
We
happiness.
that was our opener, was how we forget our
forgot my
happiness.
happiness.
Oh my gosh. Well, I I I read this book. So maybe 2 years into being a mom, like I had forgotten about myself. I had forgotten about all my hobbies. I was like wrapped up in my kids. And then I think for work, I had to read this book by Eve Rodsky called Unicorn Space. And it was about essentially finding a hobby that has nothing to do with your personal, professional, or parenting life that you can do that brings you joy and that you share with the world. So those were all the qualifying factors into this unicorn space. And I was talking to some other, I'm in a moms of older kids group, which is fantastic because it's like
I need a group.
we've moved past the like
I need a
baby stuff and are talking about growing up kids stuff. Um, but they said, okay, well, what's your hobby? What's your unicorn space? And I was like, I guess it's reading, but I just I don't share that with the world. And one of the other moms was like, well, come to my book club. And then you're sharing it with the world. And so now I'm in this great book club that meets consistently once a month at a restaurant nearby. So it's like dinner and a book club. You're going to a different venue each time. And we actually read the books for the most part and actually talk about them.
That's great.
That is happiness.
Give our listeners one book recommendation before you go.
Oh, so I just read a good one called Here One Moment by Leanne Moriarty, I believe, who wrote Big Little Lies. And yes, I love books that are very readable, but also make you think and give you new perspectives. So this was a very good one that makes you kind of think about, okay, if I don't know that tomorrow is guaranteed, what would I do today?
Oh my God, that just hit me. And I don't have an answer.
And now it's silence the rest of the pod.
And
We're
Sarah and I are
going to be
stunned.
thinking. We're going to be thinking the rest of this podcast.
Okay, I will read that. I will read that.
Good book.
I will read that book. I literally said the other day on my one of my stories, I was like, too late for a summer read, because I was like,
I just got into my recent summer read.
I'm getting into it now. Rosie,
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
This was wonderful. And you had a lot of like thought-provoking
No, that's
moments
Rosie.
throughout.
This is why when my child's like doing a weird habit, I'll text her a picture or
But
something.
the thing that's cool,
And then
and
she'll be
we're
like,
talking
"Don't
about
worry."
Rosie in front of Rosie,
I know.
is that she has profound statements and natural, comfortable conversation.
Totally. I know.
So you have said things to me that have enlightened me to be better as I leave this room.
I'm telling you, she's pretty amazing. This is why I keep
Thank
her as
you.
a friend.
We'll keep you.
You guys, I can say things. I don't do them. So just so you know, just to keep it real, I am putting on the television for my kids. I'm serving Lunchables, like,
But you were aware
Totally
of your
fine.
choices, right? And
We all are.
And we're
Yes.
all trying to work at those things that you're saying.
Yes.
But it's like an exercise. I've always said this to you,
Yes.
like with therapy and stuff like that. Like I'm trying to do that work, right? I'm trying to work on myself and work how I am in my world and my friends and my
Yes.
family. And sometimes you got to check right back in and be like, oh yes, that's what Rosie said.
I'm basically
Listen.
trying my best not to cry every day. That's just where I'm at.
Okay,
doing
we'll
my
talk.
best.
Candace, you just have to know that everybody else is doing the same thing.
We all doing it?
In the rear view, we're laughing.
In the rear view, we're laughing.
Yeah.
Rosie, go back to work. Go keep
back
writing.
to work, she
go,
said.
go keep
Enough
writing
with
those
us.
articles. Thank you for
And
just.
I loved, remember in the Scholastic books when you'd have to find the things in the picture?
Oh my God, I
like
do
that's a
remember
boot
that.
in the tree trunk. Yes. It was one of the best.
I didn't remember that until just now.
I didn't remember it till I remembered it.
they're big sellers.
Those are great.
Wow.
I want one for my nieces.
I'm gonna buy
I get
some.
them Nat Geo for kids.
I'm gonna
and
do
they
that.
that's been a reoccurring for
I'm gonna do this.
Christmas presents.
Yeah,
so
yeah, that's a great
We got to
Christmas
get
present.
Scholastic too.
We love you, Rosie.
I love you guys.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for your
much.
time. I loved that conversation so much. It's amazing. I love your description of that. She's like her younger self, her present self, and still Mrs. Claus in one.
I love it.
And that's amazing because we all evolve, but to be all of your life in one present form
yes.
is a very, maybe you should write a very unique film about that.
I don't know, but I feel like there's something
Benjamin
there.
Button goes backwards. There's something
I've
there.
always said there's a Mrs. Claus movie somewhere, but like maybe I'll have interview Rosie for it in the future. But she's just this like calming human about parenting, about relationships, about life. Like she said it perfectly. I don't do it all like that, that I preach or that I tell you to do, but like here's the scoop. Like and I love that because as a new mom, as someone in a relationship, like all these things, you just want someone to be honest, to be like, here's what I heard works.
Right.
I don't know. I tried it. It didn't work, but here's something. Like she always has advice to offer, which I love. And then she writes about it.
And has a conversation
Which,
about
come
it.
on, that's amazing.
All right, let's talk about our happiness. And I said it up front. I'm happy that we get all our great friends on here that are just doing so well.
So much,
And-
so well.
But what I was going to talk about is my happiness is about Chad and my dog. And it might be silly, but they play like hide go seek together. And it literally makes me chuckle because I try to do it and I fail and Juno finds me every time. Does this sound really silly? It's silly, but it's pure bliss.
No, it's
Like
adorable.
last night, Chad made fresh bolognese. Like I said, he used Chad. I don't think he did use that. I think he doesn't use the AI to figure it out. I think he finds an article, but he made it with red wine and he used tomato paste. And he swears that bolognese should have carrot and celery and
That
onion.
is old school, but yeah, you can.
Yes, and
You can.
it was not a traditional red sauce.
No.
I kept telling him it felt more French.
Was it delicious?
Like a bouillon. Sorry. Anywho,
Yeah.
but after we ate that, he got a little bit of a workout because he was running around the house, and then he hides, and then Juno can't find him and runs all around, and then he pops out and chases her, and then he hides again, and then she runs around.
I love it.
It's the one in the most.
And it's
Tom
adorable
and
to
Maverick can
watch.
do it too.
No, Tom can only have like a bond. I noticed. It's
I
like,
love Smother, and Chad has like
Yes.
this funny, coy version. So
mama.
she falls all over him and like literally drapes, and we laugh because
That is adorable.
I love Smother.
No, but that is pure happiness
Yep.
right there. Okay, so my pure happiness. All right, so my uncle, who doesn't live too far from me, my aunt and uncle, have decided to do like this giant garden this year.
Yeah,
Basically, Chad would love this.
yeah.
He had the most amazing tomato and basil plants. So he invited us over to pick and harvest.
Yes.
He had eggplant, he had zucchini. And I literally went over like 1920s with a little basket. And we picked and put it in the
And it
basket
probably
and took it home.
smelled so good.
First of all, the tomatoes are delicious. The basil, it's
Yeah.
in my kitchen. He gave me like a flower pot. And he was like, throw it in, and the
Yeah.
basil into the water.
I wish we were better with using our herbs. Chad and I
My uncle's
because we
pretty
have
phenomenal.
oregano, we have mint, we have basil. But basil caprese give it to me all the time. That fresh mutz,
Yes.
the fresh salted mutz.
The fresh
What can is that? I think this was a pure success today,
Pure joy.
and I feel just like better about life. And I'm gonna go skip into it and listen to people. And
I mean, I'm going to try.
2 ears, 1 mouth.
I'm going to listen. I'm going to do my best to
Think
listen.
about it one more time.
2
God
ears, 1
gave
mouth.
you
Yes, of
2
course.
ears, 1 mouth.
Yeah, and I'm just going to say, for those of you that had to do summer reading that bought the Cliff Notes, I'm right there with you. I bought those Cliff Notes.
Johnny Tremaine. Do you remember that? I honestly think some of those books I might really
Lord
enjoy.
of the Flies.
All right, we gotta go. Don't
All right,
start.
I gotta go.
I'm getting itchy.
Yes,
I'm
it
getting
was
like
awful.
anxiety about a
I don't want to think about it. Ugh. Thanks for joining us today.
You can follow us on Instagram at Don't Start Podcast.
Or subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
And we'll see you next time, friends.
Don't Start is produced by Anthony Street Productions.